Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Coming at you from in front of the big ass toolbox at work. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about my running board step. You know, I use this step to gain access to the nether regions of the top cabinet there. And I've kind of pointed out in the past how I did it, but we'll get underneath there and take a look at it. And then we're also going to address an issue I've got over here. You know, this is all scratched up and marred up, and there's a dent right there, which is no big deal. It's a $200 Harbor Freight cabinet. You know, if it was a $1,200 cabinet or something, I'd be losing my mind, but it's not, so we're all good. But I don't want it to get any worse. You know, there was an incident with one of my other cabinets, and I backed a forklift into it and put a dent in it. But that cabinet's been sold. So let's get underneath and take a closer look at what we got. Get set up down here. All right, we're underneath the side locker right now. And if you look right here, there's two bolts, and this is the stock mounting location for this running board on a GM truck. Boy, this thing's really wiggling around, ain't it? So what I did is, here is the caster, all right? This shiny piece right here is a 1/4 inch thick steel plate that runs from here all the way to the back end of the box. You know, so the toolbox, the plate, and then the caster, it's sandwiched in between there. And that gives this plate a lot of strength, enough strength for this bar right here to easily hold 3 big monkeys. Tested and proven. We know that'll work. So now that I've got a base there established, I was thinking about building off of this. Well, what are you going to build off of that, you're thinking? Well, I want to put a bumper out here to try and prevent any future damage. And I've got it built. And these pins are actually part of that bumper. So let's take a look here. Again, gearhead on a budget. So what you see is this tubing is just some parts of this scrap that I had saved from when I built the triple rack. You know, that green tubing is all part of this tubing here. I had a whole bunch of it. So we're just sticking with the gearhead on a budget theme. That's why so many things here look the way they do. You know, this piece of angle iron right here, I pulled it out of the scrap bin this exact length. That's why I built this that size, is because I just didn't feel like cutting it. I know, right? But whatever. So let's take a look here. Which is the top and which is the bottom. I haven't had this on here yet, so bear with me. I'll try and get you set up again. Oh, I think I just broke my stand. Oop, broke it again. All right, I guess you can see what's going on from there, huh? So what I've done, and I don't know why I decided to do this, but this bumper is going to float on these pins. Not on top of, but there's holes drilled in the end here. I'm not sure why I decided that was the way to do it, but it is what it is, right? So those pins are now pushed through the holes in the bumper. And I got to take my bolts, run them up through the angle iron, through the caster, through the 1/4 inch plate, and into the locker. I'm not really sure if I like the way this is going to look on here. But again, gearhead on a budget. That's what I got. That's what run what you brung. And this is no excuse, but I probably could have painted this right here. I just figured no one was going to see it, so I didn't paint it. Now, when I get up and take a look at this, you and I are both going to be looking at it together for the first time, testing it, seeing if it's got any strength. Can't do too much testing on it. The paint's kind of still wet. All right. I'm going to pick up some acorn nuts to cap these off here and make that look pretty. All right, let's take a closer look at the bumper. Doesn't look terrible. Goes all the way around. It's kind of dark back there. So it sticks out just enough to protect the edge of the locker. I mean, obviously if something hits it here, it's still going to get dented, but if something rolled into it, or I don't know, maybe, you know, like this, that's going to stop. It sure can't hurt, right? Strength-wise, oh shit, I could stand on there if I wanted to. That ain't going anywhere. So I think it'll take a hit and not disform too bad. I'm all right with it. What do you think? It's not the prettiest thing, but it's not butt ugly either. Okay, there you have your U.S. General side locker bumper guard. Thanks for watching. Later.